Say it again, say it again. You're saying you're sorry, so say it again. Only you can make my world go black. Say you love me, then you take it back.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm joined by the beautiful Annabelle and by Sarah, who is our makeup artist, who is off camera at the moment. We are going to be doing a really cool beauty shoot. I have this little lens cover filter that I'm going to be smearing some Vaseline on and shooting through that during the beauty shoot, so it should be really fun. It should be some really fun results. Before we get into this video, make sure to check the girls out. I'm going to link them down below. Before we get into this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell button to not miss any of my future uploads, and let's get right into it. We are doing a little experiment. I bought myself a little lens filter and I'm applying some Vaseline to it. I want to get some really nice, like blurry, dreamy kind of images. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing, so this is just a trial and error to see what works and how does it work, but we'll see. So for this one, I'm using the little filter. I don't have the right size for this lens, so I'm just kind of holding it in front, which is fine. I can see how I'm rubbing the Vaseline on it, how it changes direction. So for example, now I'm just wiping downwards and it looks really nice. Beautiful. Yeah, that's really nice. I love that. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna wipe this bit here. So your face is basically not in the blur. So like everything around you is blurred, but your face isn't. Yes, that's perfect. I love that. It's really nice and soft. This is also a really nice lighting setup. So what we do is we're bouncing off the wall, so we don't have any beauty dish or anything like that. So it's a really good cheap alternative for people who are maybe in limited space. You just bounce off the wall, you get really beautiful, natural, kind of almost like a window looking light. So it's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. So this is the light that I'm using today. I'm using the Godox SK400. It's Cass's light that I borrowed. So the settings are 1/4 power plus 0.3. I have a little studio setup here. It's literally just a backdrop stand from Amazon. It's around $35. This light is also really cheap. It's $130, I think. So this entire setup is basically under $200, which I think is really good. I have a little reflector bouncing the light off here, and I will have a little sheet of paper hanging, as you see, like the green one, just over here on those little guys. You can get the sheet of paper out of any art store for very cheap. It's probably like £1 or £2 or £3 or dollars per sheet. So it's a very good setup if you're stuck for space, because you're just bouncing the light off the wall, so you don't need any fancy softboxes or anything like that. Also with the cardboard, it's really good because we're just doing beauty, so you don't really need that much space in general, or you know, like a full roll backdrop, which would cost you probably $70 to $90. If you are doing full body shots, you can still use this light setup, but I would recommend that you just get yourself maybe a sheet. I got my sheet from Amazon for like $10, which was really cheap, and it actually has this little rail where you can basically just thread it through the backdrop stand, which is really helpful. So yeah, that's the setup. It's pretty simple and very effective, so that's what we like. 0.3. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. color grade this set of photos, I used my light medium skin tone preset packs that you can get on my website. I settled for 4+ because I felt like it suited the tones the most. I added some exposure and some contrast, and we were pretty much good to go. If you do like what you see, make sure to check them out there on my website, anitasadowska.eu, and you can get a little discount code below. Happy browsing, and let's get back into the video. Yeah, it's so beautiful. So I'm doing this, I'm removing a tiny bit of color or a tiny bit of the gloss from this area here. So it's kind of where her face is going to be. This kind of helps me to keep the face relatively in focus while everything else is slightly blurred. Yeah, that's perfect. That's much better. Yeah, because now I get this really nice soft blur around her, but not on her face, which is what I want. Yeah, I love that as well. Beautiful. Yeah, it's nice. Nice little touch. Lovely. Lovely. Really beautiful. You have a tiny bit of hair on the side of your neck. This one kind of, yeah, perfect. Because of my light setup, my light was reflecting off the wall, so there was quite a lot of light spilling around. So I was able to play a bit with the UV filter, holding it in different angles in front of the camera, and that created some really nice spills of light in front of it. I didn't really play with it too much, but I did actually enjoy how it looked. It created this gorgeous purple kind of flare that I really enjoyed, and as you can see it in the photo here, it looks really lovely and it just adds something extra to the image. Oh, stunning. Love that. Staying in there. That's really nice. I definitely recommend you guys try the Vaseline trick. It's such a good thing to try for your images, for not even beauty, but also like fashion, swimwear. I think it makes your photos so much more interesting and it adds that little edge. It is a pretty cheap setup to do. The UV filter cost me around $9 and the Vaseline costs literally nothing. And it just gives something extra to the image, and you can play around with different settings and how the Vaseline is spread on the lens, because it will affect the photo. If the Vaseline is moved in straight lines, it's going to create more of a smudge. If it's in circular motions, it's going to give you different effects. You also have to play around with how the face is positioned and where it is, because otherwise you might get too much blur or too little blur. So there's definitely a lot of experiments to be had, and I'm definitely going to try it more in my other shoots as well. Yeah, it's nice. And then maybe one kind of straight on and slightly sideways for the close-up. Thank you. Beautiful. Just make sure that you don't stick out your head too much from the background here.
About time we let
Beautiful. It's really lovely. Now take a few without this. Oh my hands, Jesus.
yeah. Come run away, don't be afraid.
So yeah, when I'm trying to focus, as you guys see, it's sometimes a bit more difficult because it's backlit. I have a lot of light in the background and not here, so it's kind of a bit more difficult to manage, but it's still doable. It's just the camera's not as in focus. Oh, that's so nice. Gorgeous. It's very interesting how different the pace of shooting is with beauty, because it's like when you do fashion or when you do like, and with beauty, it's like you have to get the right position. Okay, I'll just take a few more there. And
Especially with this.
yeah, it's heavy as well.
Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got.
Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me and being my lovely model. And thank you, Sarah, for the gorgeous makeup. Hope you guys liked the photos. Let me know which look did you like the most. But anyway, make sure to check the girls out. They're going to be linked in the description below. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, while we enemies.